Every single day, we're bombarded with messages about what it means to be successful and happy. We're told to chase the latest trends, to seek out comfort and luxury, and to measure our worth by the stuff we own or the achievements we rack up. But what if I told you there's a different path? A way of life that has empowered some of the greatest minds in history to find true contentment, resilience, and freedom, regardless of their external circumstances. This is the world of Stoicism, a philosophy that teaches us the art of living through inner strength and wisdom. Today, we're going to explore some transformative Stoic secrets that can help us lead a more fulfilling life, no matter what challenges we face. From Marcus Aurelius to modern entrepreneurs, Stoicism has provided a sturdy foundation for those who want to thrive in a world that's constantly changing. So stick around, because we're diving deep into practical tips and life-changing insights that will not just inspire you, but equip you to handle everything life throws your way. This isn't just another feel-good philosophy. It's a way of seeing the world that can change the way you live your life, making you calmer, more resilient, and yes, even happier. Let's unlock the wisdom of Stoicism together and see how it can transform your everyday life. If you appreciate what we're doing here and want to see more, a simple, free favor I'll ask from you is to hit the subscribe button. And please don't skip any part of the video to ensure you get the full depth of the insights we're sharing today. Let's get started. Most of us spend our lives trying to avoid difficulty and discomfort. But what if I told you that every obstacle you face is actually paving the way to a more resilient and capable you? This is the essence of what the Stoics called the obstacle is the way. Imagine you're faced with a huge, unexpected problem. Say a project at work goes terribly wrong, or a close relationship starts to crumble. The natural reaction might be to feel overwhelmed or defeated. But adopting a Stoic mindset shifts this perception. Instead of seeing this obstacle as a blockade, you start to see it as an opportunity to practice patience, creativity, and perseverance. Stoicism teaches us to transform our struggles into fuel for growth. It encourages us to ask ourselves, what can this situation teach me? Every challenge becomes a chance to expand our toolkit for living. When a problem arises, it's an invitation to test our virtues, perhaps courage or temperance, giving us a chance to strengthen those muscles. Embracing obstacles doesn't mean seeking out hardship or pretending that tough situations aren't tough. It's about a subtle but profound shift in mindset, from resistance to acceptance, from frustration to curiosity. It's about looking at the boulder in your path and seeing it as a stepping stone, not a roadblock. This idea, rooted deeply in Stoic philosophy, teaches us to distinguish between what we can control and what we cannot. It's about understanding where to invest our energy wisely. Let's break it down. Things within our control are our own actions, reactions, and judgments. That's it. Everything else, other people's actions, the weather, the past, or the future, lies outside our control. This might sound simple, but it's profound when put into practice. The moment you grasp this, you begin to free yourself from unnecessary stress and anxiety. You stop trying to steer the uncontrollable and focus instead on what you can influence. Embracing the dichotomy of control is about cultivating a peace of mind that comes from within, not from external circumstances. It encourages us to act with intention in what we do control, like our effort, our values, and our conduct. By consistently applying this principle, you build a life that's not only resilient to the chaos of the outside world, but also deeply aligned with your true self. It's empowering, really. Each time you encounter a challenge, ask yourself, Is this within my control? If it isn't, let it go. If it is, make your move. This way of living doesn't just minimize suffering, it maximizes efficiency and effectiveness in your personal and professional life. In Stoicism, there's a practice that might seem a bit unusual at first, but it's incredibly powerful once you understand its purpose. Negative visualization involves contemplating the loss of things you value to heighten your appreciation for them and to prepare for potential losses. This might sound a bit gloomy, but it's actually a profound way to deepen your gratitude for life as it is right now. Think about something you cherish, perhaps a loved one, a treasured possession, or even your job. Now imagine for a moment that you've lost it. Feel that pang of absence. It's uncomfortable, isn't it? But here's where this exercise turns transformative. By visualizing the loss, you not only appreciate these things more when you snap back to reality, but you also reduce the fear of losing them. This prepares you to act more boldly and with greater poise in your daily life, because you've mentally rehearsed the worst scenarios. The Stoics teach us that everything we enjoy is borrowed from fate, like a glass loan that could be taken back at any moment. When you drink from this glass, you savor each sip, knowing it could be the last. This doesn't make you fearful. Instead, it makes you grateful for every moment it's yours. Negative visualization teaches you to live with a sort of deliberate and joyful impermanence. Integrating this practice into your daily routine can be as simple as taking a few moments each morning to contemplate the temporary nature of your current circumstances. This helps set the tone for a day lived with intention and gratitude. Over time, this practice can shift how you approach challenges and opportunities alike, making you more resilient against the inevitable adversities of life. In Stoicism, one of the most essential qualities to cultivate is self-discipline. It's not just about willpower or the ability to say no to a tempting dessert. It's a comprehensive practice that shapes how you approach every aspect of life. When you forge unbreakable self-discipline, you're effectively setting yourself up to succeed in maintaining virtues, pursuing goals, and handling adversity with equanimity. Self-discipline in Stoicism is about alignment. It's ensuring that your daily actions reflect your deepest values and long-term objectives. It's the practice of choosing the harder right over the easier wrong consistently, not just when it feels convenient. This means waking up early for a morning workout because it sets a tone of achievement for the day, or opting to work on a project instead of watching TV because you committed to progress. Think of self-discipline as the art of keeping promises to yourself. Each time you follow through on a commitment, no matter how small, you're building trust in your own capabilities. This trust is crucial because it's the foundation of all your actions and decisions. If you can trust yourself to act in accordance with your values, even when it's difficult, you've unlocked a significant part of what it means to live a virtuous Stoic life. Practically, building self-discipline can start with setting clear, manageable goals and breaking them down into daily actions. It's not about grand gestures, but the small choices you make every hour. For example, if your goal is to be healthier, self-discipline might mean choosing water over soda at lunch or taking the stairs instead of the elevator. These choices might seem minor, but they accumulate, creating a robust framework for more significant decisions. At the heart of Stoicism lie the four cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. These aren't just lofty ideals, they are practical tools that guide us in making decisions and handling life's challenges. Embodying these virtues is essential to living a life that is not only meaningful and fulfilling, but also in harmony with Stoic principles. Wisdom is the virtue that involves seeing things clearly and making decisions based on sound judgment rather than impulse or emotion. It's about understanding the nature of things, including your own limits and potentials. Wisdom in Stoicism involves using reason to navigate through life's complexities and challenges. It means asking yourself, is this within my control? Can I make a reasoned choice here? By practicing wisdom, you cultivate the ability to differentiate between good, bad, and indifferent things, focusing your efforts on what truly matters. Courage in Stoicism isn't just about bravery in the face of physical danger, but also about moral courage, the willingness to stand up for what is right, even when it's difficult or unpopular. This includes the courage to change things that are within your control, while also accepting what you cannot change. Courage is what drives a Stoic to act according to their principles, regardless of external pressures or internal fears. Justice involves dealing fairly and kindly with others, recognizing that we are all part of the human community. Stoic justice isn't about legalistic right or wrong, but about treating others with dignity and respect, promoting fairness, and doing good for others as part of your duty as a social being. It's about acting in ways that benefit not just oneself, but also the wider community, ensuring that your actions contribute positively to those around you. Temperance, or self-control, is about moderation in all things. It involves regulating one's desires and choosing not to overindulge in pleasures. Temperance is the virtue that enables you to keep your desires and emotions in check, allowing you to make choices based on reason rather than impulse. This means not just abstaining from excess, but also knowing when enough is enough, whether it's in eating, drinking, work, or leisure. Embodying these virtues means integrating them into your daily life. It's about making them not just ideals to aspire to, but standards you live by every day. This could mean choosing to listen rather than speak in anger, temperance, deciding to stand by your commitments even when it's tough, courage, seeking the truth in complex situations, wisdom, or ensuring your actions help rather than hurt others, justice. This concept, often encapsulated in the phrase Memento Mori, remember you must die, urges us to embrace the temporary nature of everything around us. This might seem somber, but it's actually a call to live more fully, appreciating every moment and every connection as if it could be our last. Living with impermanence is not about dwelling on the potential loss or fostering fear of the inevitable. Instead, it's about infusing our days with a sense of urgency and gratitude. Think about the last time you truly savored a moment because you knew it was fleeting. A sunset, a conversation with a loved one, a quiet morning. The awareness that these moments are not permanent can transform how deeply we engage with them. In Stoicism, the practice of contemplating impermanence helps us detach from the superficial trappings of material success and the shallow pursuits that often distract us. It sharpens our focus on what truly matters, our virtues, our relationships, our personal growth. When you live with the knowledge that everything is temporary, you're less likely to squander your time on petty worries and more likely to invest it in actions that cultivate real happiness and peace. Moreover, embracing impermanence can make us more resilient to change and loss. When we accept that change is the nature of existence, we are better equipped to face life's inevitable shifts with composure and strength. This doesn't mean we don't grieve or feel pain. Rather, we move through these emotions knowing they too are part of life's cycle. To integrate this concept into your daily life, start by reflecting each morning on the fleeting nature of the day ahead. Remind yourself that each interaction, each task, each moment is an opportunity that won't come again. Let this awareness drive you to be more present, more compassionate, and more intentional with how you spend your time and energy. In our fast-paced, constantly connected world, the Stoic practice of cultivating mindful presence is more relevant than ever. It's about anchoring yourself in the here and now, fully engaging with each moment. This doesn't mean ignoring the past or future, but rather choosing not to let your mind live there. It's about embracing where you are and what you're doing at this very second. Cultivating mindful presence begins with simple awareness, paying attention to your thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment. It's about noticing the details of your environment, the sensations in your body, the subtleties of your interactions. This might sound trivial, but it's actually a profound shift. Most of us go through our days semi-detached, our minds buzzing with a dozen different thoughts about what we need to do next, rarely stopping to truly experience what's in front of us. Practicing mindful presence in a Stoic sense involves more than just a meditative pause. It involves integrating presence into all aspects of your life. For example, when you eat, fully taste your food. When you walk, notice the feel of the ground under your feet. When you talk with someone, really listen instead of planning what you'll say next. Each of these actions becomes a practice in mindfulness, pulling you back from distractions and anxieties about things outside your control, anchoring you in the present. What Stoicism adds to the concept of mindfulness is the idea of using the present moment as a space to practice virtue. It's about asking yourself, in this moment, how can I act wisely, justly, courageously, or with moderation? This ties every moment of presence to a larger purpose, making the practice of mindfulness not just about personal peace, but about moral excellence. In Stoicism, the pursuit of lifelong wisdom is about much more than accumulating knowledge. It's about deepening your understanding of life, yourself, and the world around you. Wisdom in this context isn't static, it's dynamic and continually evolving. It's about embracing the journey of learning as a lifelong endeavor, recognizing that every experience, every challenge, and every interaction is an opportunity to gain insight and grow. Lifelong wisdom begins with a commitment to curiosity and an openness to new ideas and perspectives. This means staying teachable regardless of your age or achievements. It involves questioning your assumptions, actively seeking out information that challenges your views, and being willing to adjust your beliefs based on new evidence. This kind of intellectual humility is a cornerstone of Stoic wisdom. It ensures that your understanding of the world remains as accurate and comprehensive as possible. But pursuing wisdom also involves reflection, taking the time to digest what you learn, to think critically about how it applies to your life, and to integrate these insights into your day-to-day actions. This reflective practice is what transforms raw information into genuine wisdom. It's about connecting the dots between what you know and how you live, making wisdom an active force in shaping your decisions and your character. To truly live this virtue, make learning a daily habit. This could be through reading, listening to podcasts, engaging in thoughtful conversations, or any other activity that stimulates your mind and expands your understanding. But remember, the goal isn't just to know more, it's to understand better. Always ask yourself, how can this knowledge help me live a better life? How does it inform my choices and actions? In Stoicism, owning your actions completely is a fundamental principle that emphasizes personal responsibility and integrity. It's about acknowledging that your decisions and their consequences are yours alone, regardless of external circumstances. This principle invites us to take full accountability for our lives, fostering a sense of empowerment and discouraging victimhood. Owning your actions means recognizing that while we cannot control what happens to us, we can control how we respond. This perspective shifts the focus from blaming external factors or other people to examining our own roles in the outcomes of our lives. When you embrace this level of responsibility, it changes how you approach every decision and action. It leads to asking questions like, "What can I do differently next time?" Or, "How can I respond in a way that aligns with my values?" This Stoic practice involves a deep commitment to honesty with oneself. It requires you to look inward and evaluate your motivations, decisions, and their impacts without self-deception. By doing so, you cultivate a profound sense of self-awareness that guides you in making more thoughtful and ethical choices. It's about being truthful about your capabilities and limits, and then striving to act within those boundaries with as much wisdom and virtue as you can muster. To integrate this practice into your life, start by reflecting on your daily interactions and the choices you make. Consider the consequences of your actions and ask yourself if they reflect the person you aspire to be. If not, consider what changes you can make to bring your actions more in line with your ideals. This process isn't about self-criticism, but about constructive self-reflection that leads to real growth and improvement. Moreover, owning your actions extends to your emotional responses. It involves recognizing that your emotions are reactions, not realities, and that you have the power to choose how you express and manage them. This doesn't mean suppressing your feelings, but rather understanding them deeply so that they inform rather than control your actions. Practicing deep gratitude is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, emphasizing the importance of appreciating what we have rather than lamenting what we lack. This practice isn't just about saying thank you. It's about cultivating an ongoing sense of wonder and appreciation for the ordinary and extraordinary moments of our lives. It transforms our perspective, making us more resilient to adversity and more joyful in our everyday experiences. Gratitude in Stoicism is deeply intertwined with mindfulness and the awareness of the present moment. By focusing on what we are grateful for, we ground ourselves in the here and now, which is the only place where we can truly experience joy and fulfillment. The Stoics teach us that happiness doesn't come from external acquisitions or achievements, but from a state of being that appreciates the richness of life as it unfolds. To practice deep gratitude, start by integrating simple habits into your daily routine. Each morning or evening, take a few moments to reflect on 3 things you are grateful for. These can be as simple as a warm cup of coffee, the comfort of a friend's smile, or the tranquility of a quiet morning. The key is to truly feel the gratitude as you reflect, allowing it to fill your heart and mind. By making gratitude a daily practice, we not only enhance our own well-being, but also contribute to a more positive and supportive environment around us. People are naturally drawn to warmth and positivity, and gratitude fosters that. It creates a feedback loop of kindness and appreciation that can transform relationships and communities. Serving a greater purpose is a profound aspect of Stoic philosophy that transcends individual desires and aspirations, urging us to contribute to something larger than ourselves. This Stoic principle is about aligning our actions with the common good, enhancing our sense of connection and contribution to the world around us. It's not just about personal development, but about making a meaningful impact. The Stoics believed that every individual has a role to play in the larger tapestry of society. They saw life as an opportunity to serve and uplift others, viewing service as a form of self-expression and a path to true fulfillment. This concept goes beyond mere altruism. It's about recognizing that our well-being is intrinsically linked to the well-being of others. By contributing to the welfare of our community, we not only fulfill a social responsibility, but also cultivate our own virtues. To embody this principle, start by identifying your unique strengths and how they can address the needs of others. Each of us has talents and capabilities that, when utilized thoughtfully, can bring about significant positive change. This could be as simple as volunteering your time, mentoring someone, or using your professional skills in a way that benefits others. For instance, if you're skilled in writing, consider helping students with their essays. Or if you're an experienced professional, offer your expertise to startups or non-profits that could use your guidance. Serving a greater purpose involves making choices that reflect ethical values and principles, not just personal gain. It's about making decisions that consider the long-term impacts on others and the environment. This Stoic practice encourages us to think of the legacy we want to leave behind. How do we want to be remembered? What kind of impact do we want to have? These questions can guide our actions and help us navigate the complexities of life with a clear moral compass. Embracing Memento Mori, a Latin phrase that means "remember you must die," is a central Stoic practice designed to cultivate a profound awareness of life's impermanence. This reminder isn't meant to be morbid or fear-inducing. Rather, it serves as a powerful tool to appreciate life and prioritize what truly matters. The concept of Memento Mori encourages us to live each day as if it might be our last. By keeping the inevitability of death in mind, we are prompted to think about how we choose to spend our time, the relationships we nurture, and the pursuits we dedicate ourselves to. This awareness helps strip away the superfluous, the trivial distractions that often consume our daily lives, and refocuses our energies on our core values and personal virtues. In practical terms, embracing Memento Mori can lead to more intentional living. For example, when making decisions, both big and small, you might ask yourself whether this choice would matter if you knew your time was limited. Would you spend another hour at work, or would you go home to spend time with your family? Would you hold on to grudges or choose to forgive and move forward? These considerations can dramatically shift our priorities and actions. Moreover, Memento Mori is not about hastening to tick off items on a bucket list. It's about deepening the quality of what we do and how we engage with others. It's about cultivating gratitude for the present moment and finding joy in the simplicity of everyday life. By acknowledging death, we are more likely to live with a sense of peace, knowing we are living true to ourselves and making the most of the time we have. As we wrap up our journey today, remember this: the wisdom of Stoicism is not just in the words we've explored, but in the actions we take from them. Every moment is an opportunity to live with purpose, to embrace life fully, and to walk the path of virtue. Thank you for being a part of Stoic Journal. Your commitment to this journey is what truly brings these ancient teachings to life. Before you go, don't miss the chance to deepen your understanding by watching one of the suggested videos on the screen. Each one is a step further into the world of Stoicism, guiding you to live a life of greater meaning and resilience. Thank you for watching and for being an integral part of this community. See you soon.